Get the gift that everybody wants this year. Death.
Yeah, at least your kid's got a whole anus. You're just be. You've stolen one of the cheese graters and you've started grinding edible underwear on your food.
Oh, sorry, my son with the huge cock is winning so good at the game I don't understand.
Or at work or in line at Starbucks trying to get a drink and you're like, oops, looks like my big old dick fell out everywhere
am
you
I
go.
In the drive-thru?
Yeah, yeah, this is like when you're in a drive-thru, you get drinks thrown in your lap constantly. Yeah, you just sound like you've really tied off and you're just like, whoops, looks like my big fat cock fell out. Because you got a brain and a dick. You only got a brain and a dick and only enough blood to function one. Because let me tell you, this thing is a big dick, ladies and gentlemen.
Big dick. Why isn't that a big dick in that porn I sent you? Like a surprisingly big white dick.
Yeah, I was.
Couldn't even mouth it that much.
You almost feel bad in those situations. I hate watching a girl.
I only feel bad for my son.
I only like watching a woman blow a respectable sized dick because when I see a mouth and a dick that's too big, I realize it can't be fun for anybody.
I like when they put their fingers on the side of their mouth and like try to open it.
Well, that's
even
always
more,
fun, especially when they don't need to do it, and it's just like
or
okay.
a friend if they have a friend do it.
Oh, when the friend does it, that's a little thing of mine when the other
and all
friend
you see
does
is the
it.
end, and you're like, wait, why are you guys in military clothes and you're in a bathroom? And we'll never know. If anyone can figure that out.
The Law and Order noise happens. You're like, oh no.
It's a sexually based crime, and they're
so what you're saying
heinous.
So what you're saying is they were in the military and they were in the bathroom.
It's just like 10 seconds of a porno that I've seen. Like, that's the whole video, and it's just the end, and it's a lady helping a lady finish off a penis.
In a military bathroom?
I think it's just a bathroom, but they're in the military. I feel like there's a big backstory.
So they're like
it's
driving.
It's funny because I'm like, I don't want the backstory unless I only tune in at the end and I'm like, well, what happened here? I didn't want no backstory.
It's like, I hate this show. It fucking sucks. And then you catch 5 minutes of an episode when you're like in the waiting room of a dentist or something and you're like, oh, it's not that bad.
I wish I had more context of what was going on.
I wish I had more context of what was happening in this episode of Cougar Town and in this XXX parody of Cougar Town.
Yeah, I'm watching it I'm watching the porn parody on my phone while I'm watching the
very
actual
loud in the dentist office.
In the dentist office, and they are calling my name.
You have your Bluetooth noise canceling headphones in, noise canceling feature on, porn blaring out of the phone, trying to figure out why it's not coming through your ears.
And they're like, Slim, they're calling you, but because I file my dentistry under your name in hopes that you'll get a bill in the mail.
No, that's smart because then when
is that possible? I bet I could do that.
It's very smart because then when whichever one of us dies first, they're going to think the other one died because of the dental records.
It's the perfect getaway.
Yeah.
I pretend I'm you at the dentist, wait for you to inevitably die soon, and then I'm free.
And then you're me. Welcome to credit card debt, motherfucker.
Wait, I'm you?
Yeah, you become me if I die. I become you if you die. Because we switched dental records.
This got confusing.
Because then I become you if you die because you die with my dental record. You die with your teeth, but my name on your teeth.
Thank God. I'd hate to die with your teeth.
Yeah, I hate to die with your teeth.
I'm on the deathbed.
I would hate to die with your mouth and body. Let's just be clear.
God, that hurts to hear.
If I'm just going to be really honest with you, I would hate.
You wouldn't.
If I can be brutally honest with 2 episodes left, I would hate to have both holes in your body just because of everything that happens with both of them.
What happens with my mouth?
You can't breathe. You do that thing where you're like, and you hack a big scary
That's my
thing.
nose. If you eliminate my mouth, you're just absolutely fucked.
But I'm just saying the nose is attached to the mouth because of.
Yeah, but they're a package deal.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I can't.
That's
I can't just have. I
holes.
can't.
That's 4 holes.
Okay, fine. I would
you only
try.
get 2.
You're right. I don't want any hole in your body. I feel like all the holes
about
in
the
your
big
body
dick
are
hole?
problematic. That's the most problematic.
What?
The
That's
big
the most
dick.
fun.
The big dick hole with the strong
Big
pee
peas,
stream.
yeah.
Big strong peas.
That's all I've got.
Cums that leave holes in walls.
And women.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean, go to www.thedapperdads.com. There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Stop going there.
Just a big sign that says "Treat women like walls."
And yeah, that's our final.
It's our final
hill that
gift
we're
to
gonna
you.
Yeah, treat women like walls. Paint on them. Hang up ornaments on walls.
Decorations?
This doesn't make any sense.
Paintings.
Fuck! Go to patreon.com/dapperdads. It's still okay. So patreon.com/dapperdads. If you are subscribed to the Patreon, you are good. If you've paid for December. If you haven't paid for December, we're gonna be to your house to break your legs soon. If you paid for December, it's the last time you'll pay. You're not gonna get charged again unless I forget to keep doing this thing, but I probably won't, at least for a while. And you will still have access. You don't pay anymore. We're done. You maintain access. Several people have canceled because they think it's done, and I want to say now, in the future, after everyone's probably canceled, that you're good to go. If you're not a Patreon subscriber, you could get in until January at normal. After January, it will be one upfront fee that is more than it currently is. If this doesn't make sense, contact us. I don't feel like it's that difficult. I've been told it's difficult. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think it's that difficult.
If you're Patreon now, you're good. You have access to the episodes.
You've
No
already
more money.
paid. You're not going to
No
get
more
charged
money.
anymore. You are not going to be charged anymore. But you still stay signed up if
I
you
feel
want
like
to
the
have
more we
access
explain
to
it,
the
the more
stuff.
confusing it
Yeah.
is. So we've said it. If you have any
If
questions,
you paid the money,
contact us.
you've gotten the thing. You get
Yeah,
to keep
and
getting the thing.
you have
You
to-
still have the thing.
There will be
If
no
you-
more new episodes after January. It
No.
ends with the other thing, but you have the backlog. If you're not subscribed, you're going to miss us when we're gone.
Yeah.
So get in now. Otherwise, it's going to be... We're trying to figure it out. Like we said, it might be like $20. It might be like $1,000. We're having someone
He says
appraise
20,
it.
I say 10,000. So we're trying to meet somewhere in the middle.
We're having someone appraise it. First podcast to ever be appraised.
We took it into the pawn shop, and the guy was like, I got to call my podcast Patreon's exclusive episodes guy. He'll know a lot more about this than I will. And some weird-looking sweaty nerd comes in.
Yeah.
He's like, He just touched all the hard drives, and he's like, I went ahead and he just keeps burping big, nasty Mountain Dew Dorito burps. But there's also like a hint of microwave taquitos in there because you can smell the corn
7-Eleven.
tortilla. Oh, yeah, you smell the corn tortilla with that nasty shredded beef shredding that they have in the middle where you're like, what indiscriminate meat is this? Iguana? This has to be iguana. And then he's just fingering the hard drives like this. He's like, I listened to your Patreon episodes and
All of them?
every single one. This used to be me. Holds up a picture of him looking very handsome
Very
and like
fit.
very
8-pack.
fit. 8-pack abs.
He
Can
was
do
a
that
teacher.
thing where he makes his dick dance even though he's
We
a
could all make
teacher.
our cake.
He's a strip teacher. He teaches men how to strip because he was so fit and
Well,
in
then
shape.
we've made him better because no one should teach a man
Because
how
there's
to
a-
strip.
yeah,
It's-
he's all fat and
it's
gross
simple.
and weird. He's got big glasses. He's got 3 strands of gray hair on top of his head.
He's like, I'm still
He's got a
strip
hunchback.
teacher.
He's wearing a cardigan. He's got a deep cough from the cigarettes he now smokes, and all the just goddamn hard liquor he's chugging all the time. He's like, "You guys made it sound so fun," and we're like, "We've said it a million times. It's just screenshots of our life. We're very boring people."
We don't even drink. I didn't drink yesterday. Oh, I had an alcoholic hot chocolate.
I would say that this is worth probably $5 a month, no more than that.
Yeah, and we're like, but how do you
Overall,
compress that
what would you say? How much
into
that would?
one-
It could be. It just keeps burping
Could be
and blowing
multiples
into
of
your
5,
face.
I'd say. We're like,
Could be multiples of 5, like
how many?
combine 5 by the number of episodes. I'm like, this is closer to the number I like.
Yeah, that feels like far too much.
I'm thinking anywhere between $20 and $10,000. And we're like, damn it.
Right back to square one.
Right back to square one. And this
So it'll be-
sweaty piece of shit touched all our stuff.
It'll be like Bandcamp, where you can pay this, but you can also pay this.
Crash Bandcamp coot.
Yes, it will be like Crash Bandcamp Coop, which is
Say that
Crash
5 times.
Bandicoot's indie project.
Crash Bandcamp Coop. Okay, who's in the band? Crash. The girl Crash. Dr. Nitro.
You're just gonna list all the characters.
And then Tiny. I'm gonna say Tiny.
Who's Tiny?
He's the big. He's like the
one of
Bowser.
those.
Yeah, he's like the Bowser of the.
What a tired trope. Tiny's big, Biggie is small.
He's the
Biggie Smalls was killed
Big-
by the FBI.
Whoa. At the
Whoops.
same in the
Oh,
same
fuck.
car as
Oh,
two.
no.
They just all swing in. My cat comes up and just shoots you in the
Yeah,
head.
like, you can't kill me. I can't be silenced. It was true. Tupac's still alive in the Bahamas. He's in the Bahamas. Why don't we talk about the Bermuda Triangle? As a kid, I thought it was going to be a much bigger deal.
You jump up and just explode. That's the noise.
I'm going
That's
to
the
the
noise I
Bermuda
want to hear
Triangle.
before you die.
If I ever go missing, I'm in the Bermuda Triangle.
If he ever goes missing,
tell my family, they'll be like, wow,
If
we're better without him.
if he ever goes missing, I'm just gonna A, deny that I ever knew you, B, and tell everybody you're where Biggie Smalls is.
That sounds ominous. I'm gonna hope that someone in my life would investigate you. Do you think if I went missing, where do you think you're at on the suspects? Do you think you're high up?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Like from the police
I'm too stupid.
point of view. Yeah, but you're pretending. You're pulling a Scary Movie, I think. I was going to say Scream, but I'm like, I don't think that was Scream.
Nope.
I think that was Scary Movie's
was.
rendition of Scream. You're a real idiot, whatever that guy was. I think you'd be up there. I mean, there'd probably be a
Believe it or not,
laundry
as
list.
much as you like infuriate me sometimes, I've never been like, I
No,
could
I
kill
mean
this
like
guy.
the police. Like
I know,
the-
but that's what I'm saying. So I don't think there's anybody around us. If anybody, we all know who I would kill in the group first.
Oh yeah, we all have our hands in the pot to kill
It's
that.
me. We all have our hands
Yeah,
out for each other. We're all just like, yeah.
Pointing at ourselves.
Yeah,
All
we're all
right,
just
I'm
pointing the
free.
guns at ourselves and looking at each other. We're like, yeah, this guy.
Really?
Wow.
No, I don't want to die. I
So
thought you guys
we
were
all
gonna
pulled
kill
our
me.
own name out of the Secret Santa hat?
But yeah, I
A
mean,
Secret Santa where you have to kill the person that name you pulled?
there's still time, folks. This comes out a week before Christmas.
You
Get the
have-
gift that everybody wants this year. Death.
Murder.
No, but I mean, if I go missing, the police are gonna be.
I know
like,
they're gonna make a list. I don't think I'd
I feel
be
like
that
you gotta
high
be
up.
up there. I mean,
I don't think I would be on the
I
list.
currently spend the second most time with you.
Really?
I would have to argue. Yeah, I don't see people anymore.
But see, I would say that I would still be so low on the list because they'd be like, he's only there for a couple hours once a week.
yeah, but then they start going through this, and they're like, oh yeah,
Oh
yes,
yeah, there's
this
a
makes
deep
lot of- yeah.
history of psychopathy and
Yeah, they're making up words. Psychopathy. It's
you mean
it's
you mean
real bad.
psychopathy? No, I mean psychopathy.
Psychopathy.
The man changes his skin like a chameleon. He has psychopathy.
Yeah, it's not that they actually believe that you would do it or had done it. It's that they really like the
They just
chief's
have
on their
nobody
ass, and
else.
they're like, he does a podcast with the guy, and they talk about fucked up shit, real fucked up shit. They just alluded to snapping babies' necks. I mean, it's right there. It's a close case in my.
I'm in the fucking office and they're just playing all the worst shit I've ever said back to me. I'm like, did I die and I'm in hell right now? Is this what happened?
Yeah,
I'm like, no, I can't be in hell. Drama's not here.
yeah, he's dead.
And he's
they're
also
like, oh,
dead.
he said
He's also dead. I start
we
crying.
never even told you he wasn't here.
I'm like, everyone called me and told me.
No one cared about him. Only you did. Because, yeah, it's you were my girl. Who do you think people are going to think killed me?
Your girl. Can you imagine having to be in lockdown with you all this time, being the person that you have to spend the most time? I've heard about what you've been doing, playing beer pong on the kitchen floor, pushing the dog around like it's a vacuum by the back
I
legs.
thought we were still keeping something secret. That sounds crazy. That sounds like you've had a mental break, and it hasn't happened yet.
Yes.
It's little mental breaks. Like how they-
Playing You Can Call Me Al on repeat until somebody wants to murder you, pushing the dog around like a vacuum cleaner to You Can Call Me
these
Al
are-
and making the dog dance to it.
These happened a different phase of quarantine. I'm past those.
That's what I'm saying. But having to live through that I would want
You
to kill
mean
you.
having a good time?
See, now that's the problem is that people like you do awful things and then you're like, see, it's okay.
couldn't
'cause
murder anyone.
I do the exact
Right.
same. See, but why would I murder you?
You seem like you could snap. We
I
both
could
could snap.
I mean, I could snap, but I don't think I would kill you specifically. I'd have to
Who else
drive
do
a
you
long
see?
time to
Yeah,
get
I
to
mean,
you.
I'm here. I probably.
I would have
pushed your
I would have to
buttons.
snap at a very specific time.
I mean,
Okay, and if I'm going to be honest with you, if I haven't snapped in my mental condition during some of the episodes we've recorded over the last 3 years,
I know.
there's
but it's
no
the
way I'm
build-
going to snap
it's
now.
the build up. You have a lot of alone time now, and you start thinking. You realize that you never really wanted to do this. I pushed you into it, and have made you go through so many things. And now I feel like I'm just giving you the playbook, and you're going to be like,
Yeah,
"What
now
did
I feel
you
like
do?"
you're. I feel like all the shit you're talking makes a lot of sense. You send me the episode to review, and I'm listening to it, and I'm just listening to this part back
Yeah.
over and over again, and I'm like, he really did push me into this. A podcast? I still don't even know what a podcast is exactly.
Turns out Slim didn't realize this was ever put online. And he'd like to make some giant retractions.
I would like to make some retractions. I had no idea people were actually listening to this. I thought
they're not now.
I thought me and my buddy
where they were.
I thought me and my buddy were just well, I just want to say officially on record, since I found out everything I say to you is recorded, like the Truman Show. I'm gonna go ahead on a limb and say that if I had known that people were gonna listen to what I had to say, I never would have said a bunch of the shit I said.
I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback on that and just double what he said for me.
If I had any idea that people in other countries were gonna hear this, and
no one man should have all this power.
No one person.
No one should.
Nobody from another country who has like happiness and a good life should come across this and have to hear about two white guys talking about their dicks and shits all the time. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, I agree. What kind of fucked up person would want that in their life?
The type of fucked up person who calls 4027 Dapper and tells us all about it. That's 4027-327-7737.
Wow.
Makes you come when you say it right.
Man, can you imagine
a segue that makes you come?
Segues on the last episode. That's right. There's 3 left, which feels huge.
It does
Having
feel
the
big.
last 10, I was like, whatever.
Last
ass,
5, it was like eat my dick and balls and pubes and nuts.
But the final 3. It feels like we can't live up to it.
No, there's no way. We're gonna crack under the pressure and fail.
I've already cracked. I cracked on the way here. I had
way
to pull off in a field.
Pull off and
cry
tie
a little
off.
bit. I didn't tie off unless you're talking about a cock ring. I put a cock ring on.
Good. With the ball vibrator.
Yeah.
With the added ball smasher
Yeah,
attachment.
No, they were already smashed. I sit on them constantly.
Oh god.
If I could get one day not sitting on my balls, it would be so nice.
Maybe if you placed them in your pants differently before you sat down.
Have you seen that the underwear that has a ball pouch?
Have you seen the underwear that has a giant cock pouch in it that I could never fill?
Have you seen the underwear that doesn't have any? Just has a hole there so everything can flow freely.
Have you seen the underwear that's like made out of fruit roll-ups or whatever, or it's some type of candy or dissolving item that you put on your lover and you eat in a sexual fashion?
Oh, I didn't eat it fast enough. It slipped into her pussy.
I didn't eat it fast enough and it gave her a yeast infection.
Yeah, I feel like
honey, it's not my fault. The heat from your pussy is so hot it melted the underwear. Your pussy is just so hot.
And
You're
like
just
when
sucking out melted edible underwear out of your lover's orifices.
And when
I don't like that noise you made when I said that.
I've grown up. I'm a mature man now. I can appreciate a little bit of edible underwear here.
Being sucked out of an orifice?
I mean, it's bound to get.
It is bound to get in there.
All right. I feel like we've talked about edible underwear before.
We're going to talk about it again, though.
When do you wear it? When do you think is the prime time?
When you're
honeymoon? Rekindling your broken love
when
life?
You are riding on the back of the motorcycle all day to Sturgis.
Yeah, that was going to be my follow-up question. Is it assless chaps with edible underwear poking out? They're like,
you know goddamn right.
And you stick to the seat and you stand up and it just peels off.
It just pulls, and people think your ass skin
and
is
the bitch
peeling
never
to the
falls
seat.
off.
Because she's stuck to the edible underwear.
Yeah, that's what my teacher
Your shirt
said.
is rendered comically useless.
If you can read this, it means that the bitch didn't fall off because her edible underwear was sleeping through the assless chaps.
Front of the
stuck
shirt.
her to the seat of the motorcycle. I love her forever.
Starts getting printed
We're
on
swingers.
Your Levi's.
Yeah, my big dirty Levi's.
Big dirty jeans with your chains and your road dust. You gotta slap off the dust to read the rest of your message about how you and the missus with the edible ass are swingers.
I mean, everybody can have an edible ass.
Everybody's got an edible ass if you're into it.
My follow-up question is, when do you put them on? I need both.
I told you, so they get nice and hot on the bike ride there, and then you slurp them out like a Capri Sun. I feel like they melt in the leather chaps.
So I have to try to get that little straw into the pussy.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she puts on the edible underwear, then she puts on the leather pants.
And then I just suck it and it crumbles.
I like to think you undo her front zipper and it gusheth out appropriately.
The edible underwear?
Yes. And the pussy juice, because she is so wet from seeing her big old dusty husband with his sexy shirt that says, if you can read this, my bitch has not fallen off the back because her sticky ass with the edible underwear has made her stick to the seat. And We're both swingers from South Dakota, and we just want to let everybody know that.
Imagine swinging, and the woman you get is wearing edible underwear from the drive.
What kind of lottery did I win? I undo her pants. Undo her pants, the Capri Sun comes flowing out, and I'm like, my lady doth protest too much.
The edible underwear has lint on it. Do you wear underwear over the edible underwear for like a funner surprise? Has anyone ever done this? Like
that, I think depends on how soon you're going to be taking it off. Because I think if you're going to have the edible underwear on, that's a fun way to do it. Like edible underwear, sexy underwear on top. Walk out of the bathroom. Saxophone solos going on, you know.
Oh, I thought that was just the noise you make.
I
know when my lady's ready to get it, she goes.
Saxophone solo, candles, TV off in this very nice hotel room that you're in. Skyline view of the city. Everybody could see into your hotel room if they were looking at it just the right angle. You're laying on the bed, not sexy at all, looking like Jim from According to Jim, eating potato chips in a t-shirt.
It keeps coming up in my life.
But you're eating potato chips.
My synchronicity is just according to Jim.
You have poured potato chips into a bowl, and you've taken the bowl into your bed to eat the potato chips in. And
I don't realize my belly's out from my shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And my pants have Cheeto dust on them.
Your pants have Cheeto dust on them, and you're laying in that position where like one leg's out but the other leg is up, so like your boxers are not covering your balls appropriately. And so like they're not like hanging out, but like you can see like the curve in your leg there where like the balls are hanging down. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
We all do.
Yeah.
I've seen men's balls frequently.
And she comes out and she's just like, hey, got a little surprise for you, even though you are a fat
I didn't know her. I just work with her.
I didn't know her. I just work with her. I said hi to her at the.
It's like what?
Her name's.
And you have an argument while your
her
wife
name's Honey Pie in my phone because everybody calls her Honey Pie at work.
And then you have a huge blowout fight while your wife is wearing edible underwear.
It starts melting while.
Yeah.
She's
I'm
standing
like,
there.
honey, it smells like Gushers in here.
Honey, it smells like a melted Gushers fruit by the foot fruit roll-up variety pack in here.
And I know it wasn't me because I took one of the eggs from breakfast and I rolled it under the heater as a practical joke. I didn't realize we were staying another day, and it's probably going to be a big problem in a couple hours.
It's probably going to be a big problem in a couple of hours because I keep getting a whiff of it every time the air conditioner kicks on.
Yeah, I turned the heat up really hot, and that thing was fucked.
And then I turned the air conditioner on really cold because I thought we were leaving.
Yeah, I wanted to see how cold it was going to get, and the answer is 55.
It says 55, and you and your friends wake up so cold.
Yeah, and it's too cold to get up and fix it.
It's too cold to get up and
so
fix
you just
it.
go to sleep, and
so
you're
you
like,
just
glad
suffer,
I'm sleeping
and you
in a
can't
bed with another man.
Yeah,
who's
you're so
bigger than
glad
me.
you can't sit there and cuddle up and get warm next to it. How do you think I feel? I'm freezing my ass off, and I got to cuddle up next to a little man to get warm? That's not going to work out at all.
He's very hot, though.
But he's going to get all the warmth. He's going to feel like wrapped up in
body heat like
Does
you
he?
wouldn't believe. Yeah,
he
runs like...
I wish it was socially acceptable to cuddle the boys while you're asleep. Like we could wait,
rub your boners against their backs.
I'm not saying like
happen if we're gonna cuddle for a while.
I mean, like as long as nobody's got to be. What if it happened with you and me? What would you do?
If your boner brushed my lower back?
Yeah, like if we were like sleeping in like okay, let's not even say we plan on falling asleep in the same bed. Let's say like let's say we are so drunk.
Who's wearing the edible underwear?
Both of us.
So they're stuck together.
Yes.
And we try to run
my edible underwear is stuck to your butt, and we try to pull apart, and then we just get smacked together even harder in a very comical
We gotta
fashion.
eat each other's underwear.
Oh, we gotta somehow flip around, but we're just stuck to each other, and it just keeps like getting in our pubes, and it just feels worse and worse.
I didn't even think about pubes.
Oh yeah, you gotta be shaved up if you're gonna be wearing edible underwear. You can't get it all stuck in your pubes. Imagine getting edible underwear stuck to the hairs of your balls. How do you get that off?
Oh my god! And she's just tugging because she can't take it anymore.
And she's just trying to suck the fucking edible underwear off of your balls, and it's not possible for you to enjoy it anymore because your nuts feel like they are swollen from how much she's been cupping them.
Yeah, that's just Nicolas Cage underwear.
I mean, like, and I'm talking about the gummy edible underwear. I'm not talking about the one where it's made out of like a candy necklace.
I know what we're talking about.
Because everybody's like,
panties.
it's like a candy necklace. You just eat it, and I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the gummy one that melts.
Oh, but that's a candy cock ring. That does seem fun.
Is that like hard candy though, or is it gummy candy?
It's like that necklace that everyone ate as a kid. Like,
I feel like it should be a gummy cock ring because I feel like there should be some give to it.
I need more.
Putting
give,
on a
I need
giant.
more give to my cock.
Putting a
then.
giant Smartie on the
is
cock.
that?
Putting a giant Smartie on your cock doesn't sound like a great idea.
There's a lot of candy.
Dick candy?
Have you
Dick
seen
and
this?
pussy
It's
candy?
nipple tassels.
Genital candy?
There's like a lot of sex candy. I guess I. Didn't
Whatever
know.
happened to just squirting whipped cream on the girls' boobs
Whatever
and
happened to
sucking
just
that
squirting?
off? Whatever happened to just squirting the juices that come from inside you?
Here, we'll look at Spencer's. That's where you get this type of.
That's where you get the
horny
good shit. Periods, pees, poops, keep it all inside.
Deep throat spray.
Which is crazy.
What does that mean? Does it
It
numb
numbs
your
your
throat?
throat so you can deep throat, which is
I'll,
like
my STDs will be numbing your throat, sweetheart. Don't worry.
which is crazy to me because how could anybody love somebody so much that they would just let them use deep throat spray?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is this
How
all of
close
this-
are you in a relationship where you were like, I want to gag you, but I know that you have a problem with it, so I've bought some. I've comfortably.
The man can't buy it.
But then, how do you organically bring up like
You hope
I
that
have
she
bought I've bought some numbing spray so you can throat me? Like that's such a great. That's
Every
is
guy's
that-
gonna be like tight.
yeah, I'm not saying
No
it's
one's
not.
gonna be like,
but like
"Oh,
that's
I feel a little
wild.
weird."
That's a wild thing to have
That's
happen.
what I
Because in
think-
what universe does that happen?
I think this stuff is when your marriage is failing. You have 2.5 kids. That means half it's either legs or top.
No, I'm thinking down the middle, half child, like just a half
No,
child.
you can't rekindle your
Hopping
love if you
around.
just got one half. Mom, I need Cheerios.
Mom, I need Cheerios.
But I think this is when
I need
you're
Cheerios, and you can watch me chew them and then watch them digest in my body.
A lot of this.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. All the stomach acid and shit just falling out of the body constantly. All the
Yeah, it's a real
bile,
strain on
all
the
the bile
relationship.
produced by the half the organs just. I don't know what a liver does, but I assume it farts bile into another part of your body.
Luckily, we got the side of him with the heart. Otherwise, they said he'd be dead. which
Yeah,
would be
luckily we got the
so
side.
upsetting.
We got the side with a heart and a pancreas and half an anus. Have you ever had a son with a? I'm just drunk at the bar. I'm like, yeah, at least your
Hey,
kid's
Slim,
got
it
a
seems
whole.
like you're drinking a lot. You okay, buddy?
Yeah, at least your kid's got a whole anus. You're just
Wow.
just
You can
lucky
tell
your
he's
kid's
distraught
not-
because he didn't go with whole, which would have made us all chuckle. I miss the Slim that made us laugh. This half a kid.
At least your kid was born with a whole hole. My kid was born with half a
bartender's just
hole.
like-
He's also got half a dick hole. So does he really have one
Sorry,
hole?
he's-
Does all the half holes make one hole on my half boy?
Sorry, he's cut off.
Is my half boy only half a
Bartender's like, I
man?
love it. Let's talk more.
Is my half boy only gonna be half a man because he's only got half a hole? Oh man, then my half son turns out to be gay.
And that's
just
the
saying-
worst part.
Because imagine seeing a half man get fucked in the ass.
I mean, I don't
Better
know.
than watching your half daughter get fucked. In general.
All right, folks. 3 episodes left and we figured it out.
My fucking kids are all assholes. God damn it. I was cursed.
If all your kids are half, then just split 2 of them together.
What I'm saying is there's got to be an orphanage somewhere in the world
I
where
thought you were
someone
gonna
keeps
say
dumping
or-
all.
I thought you were gonna- I'm not going to be able to say the word fuck. I thought you were going to say orifice. Sometimes when I think about words too much, I can't say them. There's got to be an orifice somewhere that would take my loving half son. What he lacks in half a body, he makes up with passion.
What he lacks in a half body, he can make you a real good half sandwich and soup order. It's not ironic. He's just really good at
He only
compost.
has to eat half the food.
It's not ironic. He just likes a
gonna
good
fall out all over your
combination.
couch.
My boy eats normal food like the rest of you, just in half portions.
He doesn't need all the food.
He really
you want him to
loves
be obese,
delicatessens because he can get a half salad, half soup combo, which really is just smaller portions
was
of those
gonna
things. But they serve it to him in a special half dish. The food just falls out constantly. I don't care if I could lay the soup cup on its side and it would hold the soup. It's not how I want my son to feel normal.
So yeah, I think this kind of stuff is for that exact scenario. You're
Yeah.
45, you have 2 kids, and then a half,
And a half son,
half
and then there's an
freak show, no
orphanage for
offense.
all the half freak shows out there, and someone's like, they're like my real half children. I love them all with my whole heart.
Oh, we shouldn't have
Or
said
should
it.
I say, my half heart?
But this is I think this is to rekindle
I
think these things are either when you're first having sex and you're like, throw it all at me. You know what I mean? Like, because I think we all had that to an extent. I use like weird lubes.
You have to get a half.
You don't need to lube anybody. Like everybody's, I'm wet.
Everybody's very wet. And you're like, I don't think so.
You're just like,
and you're just double fisting lubes at the girl's ass.
Yeah, like flavored condoms where you're like, well, I don't. Then you don't want a
we've all done.
Blowjob.
Yeah, and then
flavored lube, and you're like,
you
no
just
one
make her
wants to
lick
eat
it before
lube.
she puts it on, and then you're like, that's worse.
Yeah, she puts it on with her mouth, and you're like,
and then then you're kissing her while you're fucking her because you think
Tastes
you're
like
in
condoms.
love, and it just tastes like condoms and flavoring.
We all remember.
And you're like, I would rather taste my dick.
If I had a nickel for every time I said that. This pizza's a little overcooked. I'd rather taste my dick.
I would rather taste my half son's half dick.
Jesus, that's a bit much.
So what got you so passionate about taking care of these half children? Well, I needed half a heart transplant, and it came from a beautiful little dead half boy who only lived for 14 years because his body was exposed to the elements, and he caught pneumonia from a box fan.
And I regret every day turning that fan on high.
I regret every day.
They said if it was medium, he would still be
He just
dead,
looked really
but
wet. We just went swimming, and he said the chlorine burned his inside, so I figured the fan would help.
He swam in a circle for hours.
We're screaming about how the chlorine burned.
Help me, Dad. I had my glasses on in the beach.
My glasses on. I was shooting an amateur porno with his mother.
Oh,
on poolside.
He had to watch.
You order it. Oh, looks like your pool needs to get bumped. And then he just fucks the shit out of her.
It looks like your pool needs...
In frame, there's just the half kid swimming in a circle.
It looks like your pool needs to get bumped. There's half a body in it.
It's like the 4K GoPro camera shot, just him just, but then I'm just looking over and seeing the kid swimming in a circle. Thrusting and then going back it's just meant to be. It was something he shot for himself, but then he got really drunk with the boys and everybody's
sold
like,
it to
yeah, you need to upload it to xredtube.gov. Ever go to redtube.gov? That's how they get you.
That's where all our favorite videos are at. Yeah, there's a lot of shit, like way more shit than I was anticipating. Oh, here we go. These are perfect. Gummy panties for her. You ready for this? Does that make sense for you?
I'm just seeing your thighs.
Does that make
more
sense?
More thighs. Better.
You see what I mean? There's a hole. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The tie-ons seem a bit too dainty, if you want my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Need to get a real soap on a rope situation going on here.
I need thicker ties for my big bitch and her edible panties.
Did I ever talk about how I used to leave joke reviews on AdamandEve.com as a hobby?
Yes, you did. It ruined our Adam and Eve sponsorship.
Oh, yeah. You know that thing I did over the last several years? Constantly ruin sponsorships.
Yeah, you know that thing you won't stop doing? What happened?
I can't help it. The sponsorships, the very poor.
Yeah, this is what I was looking
Olive Garden
for.
telling me they're going to give me unlimited pasta for a year, and I'm like, are you going to deliver it every 45 minutes?
Here we go. It's on Amazon, so we'll read some Amazon reviews and get exactly.
This turned my wife's leather chaps into a fucking fruit gusher Capri Sun mashup straight from Hellraiser.
There's only 2 reviews. The first one is 4 stars. Couldn't get enough. And it says, as advertised. That's the review. The title is Couldn't Get Enough.
Then why not 5 stars?
I mean, I guess it's advertised.
It's just an okay it's an okay panty.
The second one oh, I can't believe this. The second review name is Burst Hyman. I can't believe someone's government name is Burst Hyman.
On Amazon?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it says, not bad. The review is, I find the watermelon a bit too sweet. Also, the sticky surface keeps collecting hairs. That's one of my big points.
Yep, that was a point of contention if I remember 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, because I feel that's what I mean. When do you put it on and do you sit down and...
Yeah, you sit down like at a nice restaurant and really enjoy it with some ambiance.
Yeah, and you drop your napkin on the ground and go, oops, could you grab that for me? And then I look under the table and you're spread and there's just edible underwear. Your spread.
You're trying to figure out
Olive Garden.
Your spread. You're trying
we both drop napkins and we both get that and we both looking down with edible underwear.
The waiter comes by with round 19 of our never-ending bowls of pasta.
Yes, I love nothing more than to be in some edible underwear, really cramming my body full of pastas.
Yeah,
these babies.
You know what gets me set up?
I'm gonna try these out.
You know what gets me set up for sex later in the evening? Unlimited pasta, lots of carbs, breadsticks, soup.
I push the salad on the ground.
Soup with gnocchi in it. A salad full of croutons and a creamy Italian dressing. You know what I love burping?
A couple bottles of your
You know what I love
wine.
burping into my lover's pussy later in the evening? Gnocchi soup and creamy Italian dressing.
I like something with onions.
Well, let's not forget that I've had 19 bowls of Alfredo. No, I won't try a different sauce and pasta combination.
I know what I like.
I know what I like, and I told you to just microwave the big bag of Alfredo and come squirt it into my mouth and save yourself the money, but no, you wouldn't do it. You said, sir, we have to microwave it with some pasta. And I said, aha, you admitted you microwave it.
But we drop the silverware on the ground and make the waiter look at both of our edible
while
bulges.
They're grinding the cheese into the thing.
I'll say when.
And we refuse to say when.
Yeah.
They get a whole cheese thing in there, and then they're just
because we're having an argument.
They get a whole cheese thing in there, and they just look at us, and we're like, I didn't say when.
Yeah. We both have two different men, and we're having an argument because we each said the other one eats too much cheese. So we're really trying to prove a point.
We each say the other one eats too much cheese, and we're like, I mean, this is like a family restaurant. I think that guy has edible underwear on underneath the table. Could you take a look and see?
Is that who's saying?
We're saying this to each other's respective waiters about our dishes,
like
even though we're sitting from across from each other. We walked in together. It's very clear.
Are we at the same table? Or
yes.
Are we at
we're at the same table.
I like the idea of us being at different tables, but like having a conversation, clearly knowing each other, and then being like, "Hey, this is a family restaurant. I'm here alone." But that man's scaring me, and I think he might have edible underwear on.
This is a family restaurant, and I know I'm here by myself at 1 p.m.
and I'm
on a
making
Tuesday.
everyone really uncomfortable.
I'm here at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday, making all the seniors and families uncomfortable. Especially with how much service I'm demanding. I'm really taking away from the rest of your tables. And I would just like to say that hideous gentleman over there,
with no pants on.
That hideous gentleman with no pants on, getting all the cheese right now, the man who's stealing all your cheese is actually a huge pervert, and he's making me uncomfortable.
Big perv.
Because I think, and I would like you to confirm. I can't confirm it as a diner, as an establishment, as a diner.
I can't get up because
my pasta's been delivered by you handsome fuck. And so I need you to go check and see if that man that's making me uncomfortable is wearing edible underwear.
I can't get up, and it's not because I also have lost my pants but gained my edible underwear.
I can't get up, and it's not because I've eaten 19 helpings of Alfredo and have lost my pants but gained edible underwear.
I can't get up because I've eaten so much pasta that the strings on this edible underwear can no longer contain
I can't get
and I'm one thrust away from bursting out.
I am one misstep. I am one ass or crotch decision around a family of 8 to the bathroom bursting full of Alfredo and edible underwear.
I don't like
you've stolen one of the cheese graters and you started grinding edible underwear on your food. When you're here, your family.
Yeah, I'm doing it to other people's tables with no pants on and no longer any edible underwear.
You're just coming up grinding edible underwear to people's.
Tell me when. And they're like, when?
What the fuck is this?
My kids
it
are
smells
here.
like strawberry gushers.
Yeah. Well, you'll notice
strawberry gushers mixed with ball sweat.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say with the pubes.
It's a very fine aged.
Mix it with your tortellini.
Pecorino Romano, I think they call it around here. It's not actually a Parmesan.
When
you are here, your family.
Yeah, I don't like gummy things, so I would prefer a different underwear.
Very hard, smarty, edible underwear.
I mean, that's
like
basically
one
the
solid
other one
piece
is
that's just like a
just
chastity
one
belt.
Smartie.
One giant Smartie that just gets smacked onto your pussy.
Like when you eat a couple of things of Smarties and you're like, wow, these are just sugar.
Because you've had 5 giant bites of this Smartie shield on this girl's pussy and it's giving you a sugar high.
I'm assuming I'm going to bite the pussy, though, with that.
I'm assuming eventually the
tell.
plate is just going to come off.
I'm blindfolded for my own discretion.
How is this Smartie? I'm picturing a Smartie plate that's like this thick, first of all.
I am
and second of all, how is it tied to the woman?
Bulky.
Bulky what?
Bad.
Bad.
It's
For the
just
day I was
real-
born.
It's
The nurses all
it's
gathered
just
round.
got the strings through it, but it's just so it doesn't sit.
And they
right.
gazed in wide wonder at the edible underwear I had found. The nurse all spoke up. Said his mom must have had that on while he was born.
So
You
came
could tell
out
right
wearing
away.
edible, or your mom was wearing edible under, and you came through it.
Your mom was wearing edible underwear while she was giving birth to
Yeah,
you.
and you came through it.
Yeah, and you came out in a protective gummy shield of...
And you've lived in that gummy shield because your
Ever
mom
since.
was afraid to expose you
And
to
you're
the
just like a
elements because she
weird-
had a half son before.
You're just like a weird thing playing the guitar. Edible underwear. Edible underwear. Edible underwear. Edible underwear.
I think we've talked too much about edible underwear.
I don't think we
unfortunately.
have.
Well, I just would like a different option. I don't like gummy things. I don't like Gushers, fruit roll-ups, gummy bears. Any of that shit sucks to me. So what am I supposed
Even
to do?
sour gummies?
Yeah, everything. I don't like. It's a consistency.
Cotton
issue,
candy
everything.
underwear.
Ooh, that's hopefully she doesn't get
Take.
wet.
Here's what okay, now here's what I was thinking. Take the middle section of a woman and like just take
Love
a
it.
cotton candy machine and run it around her middle until she is just covered in what looks like a pool floaty of cotton candy, and then you get to eat the cotton candy off her.
Sticky.
It's
got to
be so
stickier than gum.
It's got to be so painful because have you ever made cotton candy?
Yeah.
And have you
Chuck
ever
E.
like
Cheese.
accidentally gotten like your hands in the thing and the sugar like hits your fingers
I
as
put
it's
my
spinning
hands
around?
in that thing and I said, "You want to fucking go?" And I fed them to kids.
It hurts when the little sugar crystals
it's just
whip. Yeah, because it's just sugar that's like whipped really fast
Yeah.
in the air.
That
So like,
big container of sugar.
and so yeah,
spun
when it hit,
around.
I'm picturing it hitting your hands, but then I'm picturing it hitting your butt cheeks, all that sharp little sugar. Because I figure after you get like a layer on there, it can't be too bad. But
Right.
like all that sharp sugar hitting, I'm just gonna be honest, the outside of your pussy and your
At least
butt
not the
cheeks.
inside.
I mean, yeah, that'd be the worst. The cotton candy machine
Well, that's
shot at
what-
the
if
inside
you
of your
touch-
pussy, it would just melt right away.
If you touch cotton candy with liquid, it just dissolves. So if she
Right.
was as wet as women traditionally are when they even think about being with me, there wouldn't be cotton candy.
There
would
wouldn't
just
even be any
that,
cotton
like,
candy
little-
left.
When it becomes like little
A
crystals.
very hard little ball.
Like a little hard gallbladder stone.
Been thinking of some big words on this episode.
Thank you. I'm trying to get them out because soon I won't speak after this is done.
You never speak to anybody ever
No.
again. Your girl
A real
calls me and she's
monk
like, he hasn't
situation.
said anything for a month straight.
My girl calls you and she's like, "Thank God."
I can finally get a word in edgewise.
I told her yesterday she should be concerned for this to end because it seems like I would just do this at her.
Do you know what your loved ones love when you tell them, hey, you should be concerned shortly?
What's worse, just blasting my random things that I know are coming on people? Or you always tell me to tell people stuff because I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm telling her, based off the fact that I've done this for 3.5 years, it feels like I'm just going to randomly go up to her and be like, "What do you think about edible underwear?" And then do 20 minutes on edible underwear.
What do you
while
think's
she's
going to
like,
happen to
"Please
me?
stop."
I'm going to be here by myself.
Well, yeah, then you're not a bother to anybody.
Yelling at the cat.
I mean, the cat has come and gone. It knows.
She started hearing all the talk about the edible underwear and decided it wasn't appropriate.
Yeah, if someone could just please come up with a better edible underwear. I'd like maybe bread. Like you could probably make a bread
thinking
and then
a
stick
Hot
your legs
Pocket.
through it. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking like a real
And I could wipe butter on it and take a bite, and then eventually there's a pussy.
I'm thinking like let's think of some different breads. Like I mean, I hate to harp back on the Olive Garden thing, but Olive Garden breadstick underwear.
I mean, it doesn't make sense on paper.
What about Hot Pocket underwear?
Hot
Got to be
Pockets
careful
gross
with
me
Got to be
out.
careful with how you microwave it though.
Yeah,
Gets molten in the
gotta
middle,
get a
and then
big
you're.
walk-in microwave for your woman to get inside of.
Well, I mean, I think you
Like the
I
movie
think
Microwave Massacre.
I think you microwave the
Amazon
underwear
Prime.
first, and then you put it on.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, then how else would you put on Hot Pocket underwear and cook it? Because then it's just a frozen Hot Pocket.
You just make her work out a bunch, and eventually it'll heat it up, if you know what I mean.
Make her work for it.
Yeah. You know what I like to do to ladies.
So
Make
what
them
you do
work
is you have her suck your dick, and then the
No.
heat from her pussy is so hot that it cooks the Hot Pocket.
From blowing this,
Yeah,
I doubt it.
she is so
No.
hot.
It's
looking
actually
at your
it's a room
mediocre
temperature hot
hog.
pocket that becomes frozen again.
Oh, that's even worse. It's like one that didn't get heated up enough, so it's still cold in the middle, and the chunks of cheese are like still like the little balls in the middle, and then you get a frozen bite of pepperoni, and you're like, I didn't. It was.
I think I would like pizza underwear. Seems dangerous.
Pizza facing out or pizza facing in?
Probably out for their sake, because we just talked about the hot cheese.
But see, if it's underwear, I feel like there's not enough ergonomic flat surface to keep the hot cheese and sauce and toppings on the underwear without a bunch of shit falling off somewhere.
You just have to. I don't know. There's something there. We can't figure this out. Someone contact us and tell us about better versions of edible underwear, or maybe just more. Have you ever played with whipped cream in a woman?
Yeah.
I haven't.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
I would imagine so. I think that's why I haven't done it.
Because you take the container of Cool Whip and you got the spoon and you just slap it on her like that, and then she's like, "What the fuck?" And you're like, "You said you wanted whipped cream on you."
And you didn't tell her that we were going to be doing.
Well,
this?
you never tell her that you were going to do it, and then you had like joked about it, but then like it's heavily implied that you were going to buy a can of whipped cream and do it that way, not just dollop spoons.
But you bought the
Cool
can of
Whip.
whipped cream and you did whip it.
But you also
in the driveway.
You got really excited doing all the whip.
Oh fuck! I was supposed to put this on a bitch.
No, you got really nervous about doing the whipped cream thing finally because it's like a little thing you've always wanted to do. Not big, but like little enough, and like you're at that point. You're at the point in the relationship where you're like, okay, I can finally start asking for things and not feeling like incredibly weird about it.
Yeah.
And so like,
can I sneak up and come on you?
Oh, see, that's some.
That one can never be brought up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at what point? How long can you be with somebody before you can bring that up?
I feel like the longer you are, it makes it weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can be either or. I feel like
having someone I just met. If I just met a girl,
to ask a girl if you can sneak up and come on her.
So I meet a girl on Bumble. We hang out. It's been like a week and 6 days, and she comes over and we do the, old biblical knowing of each other.
You hit the A-ball in the corner pocket?
I put the pizza underwear on her, and it is far too hot, and I burned the roof of my mouth, and now the roof of my mouth is cheese now.
Well, as long as you're both hurt, then it's fine.
Yeah, sure.
If you ever hurt your
her labia lips are burned, and her labia lips and asshole are burned. Those were the only two pieces that got burned.
They looked like that before she got here. I allegedly had sex with her off Bumble.
Are we Eskimo brothers with this pizza underwear girl?
Neither of us had the sex. We just had the pizza.
We just had the pizza. Brothers. We had the pizza
and
came in our pants a little bit. So does that make? Yeah, we're pie bros. That's the name of our disgusting pornographic
if we're talking
pizzeria
about,
that we open up.
If you can be Eskimo brothers by coming in your pants together, then we've been Eskimo brothers.
Oh, we've been Eskimo
since
brothers.
We worked
yeah,
together.
since we
first met you and thought you were odd.
Yeah, we shook hands and we were like, and just cum everywhere. But neither one of us wanted to say it to each other.
Happened. Yeah, we're just both in the bathroom in different stalls, aggressively scrubbing our pants. Like, God damn it, I can't believe I came.
Oh my God, I can't believe I came when I met that guy.
I'm not even
so
attracted
in love
to
with
him.
him.
Yeah, we say different things. He's hideous. He's handsome.
He's so handsome. I'm in love with him. He's beautiful. He has wonderful eyes, and I bet his hair smells like cinnamon.
It does, folks. That's a little secret. I'm not bald under here.
Cinnamon shampoo.
Replaced it with cinnamon. I've been washing my body with weird shit.
Just putting seasonings all over your body. You come over, I'm like, you're real ashy, man.
You have no idea.
Just been rolling
under
flour.
my pants. Once I'm not allowed to wear shorts anymore, it becomes real ashy in the
Once I
crotch
nutted
department.
in my shorts, it became very ashy.
Nutted in my shorts. Sorry, I've nutted in my shorts.
Excuse me, ma'am. I need to be excused from this erotic, pornographic pizzeria.
Can I be excused from dinner? I've nutted in my shorts.
Excuse me, honey. I think I have to retire early this evening. I think I've nutted in my shorts.
I better be hitting the old dusty trail because I have nutted in my shorts.
I think I'm going to go to bed. Oh, it's a little early, don't you think? Yeah, well, I've nutted in my shorts, so I think it's just time.
I saw a boob on the internet, and I can't be here anymore.
I was listening to a podcast where two white men talked about edible underwear for 45 minutes, and I unfortunately nutted in my shorts.
Unfortunately. Uncharacteristically,
imagine a nice house, like a very nice...
can't even picture it.
Like a nice...
I'm not even sure what they...
Very nice household where the dad's just like sitting in his like nice easy chair at the end of the evening. Hardwood floors, like upper middle class family, like high ceilings, lights everywhere that don't need to be on. Opposite of this. And holy
this
shit.
This isn't technically a building anymore.
Yeah, this is technically a storage unit. Cube Store bought this out, and I'm living in a storage unit. Technically 5 of them. The rent is astronomically high.
Yeah, you live in a little container home. Coming to HGTV.
Coming to HGTV.
Coming to what?
No, coming in my shorts. Am I right, folks?
Nutted in my shorts and have a different voice now.
I nutted in my shorts so hard I switched identities with my neighbor.
The craziest mashup since
I nutted in
whatever show.
The Steve Wilkos show. I nutted in my shorts so hard that I time warped with another human.
I thought you were implying that was the craziest mashup show ever. I was trying to think of Perfect Strangers. You said Steve Wilkos show. Now mash those up, and this shit's still crazy.
The Perfect Steve Wilkos show?
Yeah. I don't even remember what Perfect Strangers
Steve
was.
Wilkos and Strangers.
Mork and Mindy.
Wasn't Perfect Strangers? No, Perfect Strangers was Bulky and Mike and Bulky. That's who it was.
Who played them? Who portrayed Bulky?
Larry. No, it was cousin Larry. Larry and Bulky. That's who it was. Because remember, it took place in Chicago, and he's like the guy's.
Yeah. It feels,
cousin.
It feels offensive.
It's a really good show, though.
I don't know if we can say that anymore.
Fun fact about that show. I had never heard of it before. Don't give me that face every time I say fun.
I don't want fun facts about
fun story.
Perfect Strangers.
Fun story about Perfect Strangers.
I don't want anything about Perfect Strangers.
Okay, so there was one time
45 minutes of Slim talks about Perfect Strangers.
There was one time I was hooking up with a girl, and she decided to put Perfect Strangers on the TV because
intentionally.
Yes, because we were talking about
You're
it.
Coming about.
We were talking about.
In your shorts
we were talking about it,
and
I'm
a big
like,
balky over there.
She made some joke about it, and I was like, I've never heard of this before. And she was like, oh, I think it's on Hulu. And so this was back in the day when you had to hook your laptop up to your TV to get the streaming site onto your TV.
Hell
and
yeah.
so she's like,
and you're just hard as a rock.
Well,
like,
she's bent over setting up the Hulu, and I'm like, okay.
Sneak up behind her and press your boner into her butt.
And sneak up behind her and
Classic.
gently place the pizza underwear onto her ass.
Classic.
This thing is going to start, give this thing 45 minutes to rise, and it's going to start cooking once I add once I had a premium tomato sauce and 100% real dairy
So
mozzarella
you're making
cheese.
it on her.
Yeah, there's two options.
It's a Papa Murphy.
Yeah, you get the take and bake. You get the take and bake, or you can
Sit
get
in it, honey.
You get the takeout, or you get the take and bake. You get two. You know how much you love.
Put the pizza on the ground. She stands on it. You just pull it up really fast and hard.
Like a tablecloth and a magician.
Exactly.
You know,
like when the dollar's under the water because you're an asshole.
You know how much I love paying full takeout price for food and then taking it home and cooking it myself. It's like my favorite innovation of this past year.
That's the fifth most popular pizza chain in the world.
Really?
In the
Papa
country.
Murphy's?
Probably in the country. Yeah.
I had to yell
I
at a
just
man
found this
outside
out.
of it because
I've never went to one because I've always been opposed to doing half the work.
I've never been to a Papa Murphy's, but I parked outside of one time, and the guy got really mad, and yeah, I lived outside of a Papa Murphy's, and this guy was
so irrational.
Because I'm outside, hey man, I'll suck your dick for some take and bake pizza underwear. And he's like, I keep telling you, we ain't got no hot pizzas here. They're all take and bake.
I wish I would have lived in the parking lot of a Domino.
I wish I lived in the parking lot of a
Don't even know how to
Domino's.
make a pizza.
Their underwear comes on hot and piping for $7.99 for carryout.
Yeah, I put that on my wife, and she made me leave, and she kept the kids, except the half one. He's in the car napping. Oh, he's the wrong way down. He's gonna stain the seat.
Oh God, he's gonna squirt that gross honking noise all over my seat.
I like how that's the worst thing that a half person can
He just
do.
hears through the closed windows. He's like, oh no,
He's honking.
he can't breathe. It's his half lung trying to inflate. Son of a bitch. Why won't anyone love my half son? He's 45 years old. No one will marry him. Imagine that episode of Strange Love on YouTube or whatever.
You set him up on blind date.
Set him up on blind dates. It's just screaming. Your son is just sobbing, but then the tears.
The hostess, the waiter, the date, everyone.
The Uber driver.
Yeah, I won't even take him.
I refuse to be seen.
Poultry. It's better to pay the $200 Uber surcharge.
The guy's like, you're gonna pay for that, and your stupid half son is like, yeah, call my dad. I don't know how to make a half-mouth voice.
You guys choke it out.
Holy shit, that sounds like a stroke victim.
He doesn't have half of a fucking face.
Call my
to stroke
dad.
victims who don't have.
Call my dad. He's got the credit card number.
Yeah, I'm like, Uber?
Uber hardly knew her. Get the fuck out of my
Take
car.
my son further. If you take him to Oklahoma, I'll pay you.
If you take my son to the ocean and throw him in, I'll give you half of the life insurance check. He's very wealthy.
He's not that wealthy. You can't get.
He gets so much in
premium.
He gets so much in disability, and me and my wife still have to work 3 separate jobs to pay for his medical bills. Please throw my son into the ocean.
It's the biggest burden I've ever even.
It's the
heard
biggest
of.
burden I've ever had. They say you're supposed to love your kids no matter what, but I pray to God every day that I wake up freed and released from this hell. Sometimes I lay him on the wrong side in hopes that he suffocates on his half lung in his sleep.
He horks.
I hear that stupid honking noise.
Yeah, honking.
I like the horking better though.
Hork is a word I use around my household constantly.
If I have to hear that horking honk one more time, if I have to hear that horking honk haunt my dreams one more night in a row.
The horking honk of a half sun coming to lifetime this summer.
The horking honk of a half sun haunting me all the way to Havana while I'm trying to cash in on a life insurance policy.
It's going to revitalize that network that I don't know if people still watch. We have an email. I said it last episode.
Oh, yeah, we never got into the
and then we didn't even read it. Because we don't even give a shit. Just kidding.
Give a fuck about you guys. You guys don't give a fuck about us.
It comes from Big Papa Barry.
Big Papa Barry.
We've
I've been
missed you.
thinking about Barry, wondering how he's
We've both
doing.
been thinking about Barry. We've both been nutting in our shorts to
We've been
Barry's
nutting in our
thoughts.
shorts to Barry, our half son. Big reveal about Barry?
Yeah. Barry's a fictional man. And this is just us writing to ourselves, so keep that in mind. It says, sorry I've been absent. It's hard to read from up here, being so tall and handsome. Sorry I haven't been a good fan, and I haven't kept up. Sad to hear you guys are ending the show, but I appreciate all the good times you have brought me. That'd be my Thanksgiving thanks if I was American. But I'm grateful I've got a few episodes on the backlog now. I've worked roughly 50 hours a week for ages, but y'all are amazing. And if I ever make it to the States after I turn 21 and this whole COVID thing has passed, I'm still down to drink with my dads. My mullet is gone. It's the end of an era.
What?
But I received a $200 bottle of rum for my sacrifice.
Interesting.
Images attached. I don't know what the point of this email is. It's 2:10 a.m. and I'm wasted, but I wanted you to know I've been a massive fan of the podcast for years now, and you guys always manage to make me laugh no matter what mood I'm in, so thank you. The episodes and the Patreon have been some of the best moments of my week every week, so thank you. I'll be caught up by the time next episode comes out, I hope. Thanks for everything. Signed, Beer Gut Barry. In parentheses, both of you are my favorite people on Twitter.
That makes me really happy.
Yeah, that might be the best
Best fan mail ever.
Best fan mail ever. That's the bottle
I'm
of
just
the
going to
rum.
say, so it's on recording. We are very down to drink with Barry when he turns 20 when he comes to the States.
1000%.
I don't even know how we'll. I mean, I think we have to keep everything up and running.
Keep him once he gets here.
Yeah, keep him. Just keep Barry. Just keep him in like a little cage. We'll trade him Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Trade on Sundays.
Yeah, we'll have to see. You know, I got a lot going on. But.
Yeah, well, I guess I end up taking care of Barry all the time, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm
take care of our son.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll be at the Little League game.
Wow,
Just a drunk 21-year-old.
I really thought of
playing Little League.
Yeah,
and you're like,
and an outfit that's way too
and
small.
Yeah, very small. And I show up also hammered, and I'm like, sorry, I'm late.
And I'm like the
thought it
embarrassed
was-
mom. I'm like, I am his
Hey,
dad.
hey guys,
His
I'm
dad
Barry's
was supposed
dad.
to pay for the uniform.
Hey.
Oh God! And
This
look
got-
what the
I got
fucking
the
cat
uniform.
dragged in.
I got the uniform.
And you
from
gotta have
Goodwill.
like a crinkled brown suit with like a hat and like your shirt's all not tucked
my
in
belly's
and shit.
out.
Your belly's out, and you're like, oh, I'm real
Just
sorry. I
smoking
was at the
cigarettes, hashing on
fucking.
other
I was at
kids.
my fucking bookie placing bets on this kid's t-ball game.
I'm sorry, I was with this fucking kid's mom, and you're like, you mean
Even
me?
though
And
the
I'm
coach
like,
makes a
oh.
point before every game, there's no winners. It's just about who plays the best, and you're like, my bookie says otherwise. I want.
Oh, I'm a huge like huge like
sports gambler for children's sports.
no sports dad energy. Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
screaming at the ref, and I don't know any of the rules of
No,
baseball.
you don't have any idea what's
I'm just
going
like
on.
baseball sucks and it takes too long. Where are the beers at? And they're like, this is a
child's little league game.
This is a church.
We are giving away complimentary cups of lemonade with a cookie over there if you would like one.
Can you guys add a little something?
Complimentary, you see?
Yeah. Give me 10 of them. Everything to me is a competition to consume the most.
Jesus
and this
Christ.
ref doesn't know a goddamn thing.
I'm in
People
competition
like
with everybody else here at this little game to see how much lemonade I can drink.
Yeah, I could drink more than any of these other fucking dork
Oh,
dads.
God, you're the most competitive dad there. You're like, you want a shotgun and beer in the parking lot about this,
Yeah,
bro?
come on. Yeah, I'm just...
Do we got to take this out to the parking lot, bro? Is this what we really got to do?
We are in the parking lot.
We are playing a T-ball game in a parking lot, sir.
We've all donated money to hopefully one day allow them to play in an actual baseball diamond, but it's been a little light. And I'm like, I contributed the most money. It's just the check.
I gave the most money. The money I gave was
didn't cash the
a whole
check.
lot of money.
I just have all the money.
And I'm just the mom who's there in like the headband and the sunglasses trying to like hide her face because my drunk husband is such an embarrassment, and I like have me and our son Barry are in the car, and he's just like, when is Dad gonna be back? And I'm like, he just has to finish getting his. He's talking to his friends, sweetie. When he's done talking to his friends, he'll be back. And you are clearly getting your ass kicked by a bunch of men for being drunk.
All of the other dads.
Talking, for once again showing up drunk to a function.
All of the other kids a lot of like
really
things
bad
you can't
names.
Take back.
Yeah, well, your wife sucked my dick 23 years ago.
And I'm saying it to a kid.
Oh my God.
And they're like, I don't even.
Your mom sucked my dick 23 years ago.
No, your wife in the future will leave. You'll come home. I'm on your couch.
You'll come home and it's
going to
be me aged appropriately on your couch getting my dick sucked.
Ashen in her hair. And
oh,
shit.
God. That's what a fucking
I took a double-decker in your toilet.
What a fucking monster. Taking a double-decker in the toilet, ashing in my wife's hair.
I'm totally freaking out.
I'm a double...
you guys are in the car and you look back and I'm in the parking lot and I'm like, why are you guys acting like this? You're being irrational. You're going to do this. And I try to punch one. Take a punch and I barely hit him. And I'm like, whoa, we all do some things.
Yeah, you're the guy who did the crazy shit. And you're like, guys, we're all acting crazy right now.
We can't take anything back. Think about this. You don't want your kid to see you beat me up because you can't, because I'm a fucking like just keep going back and forth. I'm like, whoa.
But you can't because
why are you being so weird?
You can't. I took everybody in my 6th grade class.
I got a gun, but there's no bullets in it.
I got a gun. You want to see it, motherfucker?
Yeah.
It's in my trunk. I scratched the serial number off. You
like,
want to buy it?
I'll be right back. I'm going to go pop the trunk. I'm like, start the car, bitch. Start the car. I jump on the roof.
I just catch the keys as they're sliding out of your pocket, and I'm just peeling out of there. I peel out of there, do a donut, throw you off the top in the rear view mirror.
Onto the people.
In the rear view, that's when you see you being like, "Whoa, guys, can we talk about this?"
Yeah,
that's the most. I hate that move so much when guys are like, "Oh, let's talk." Like, oh God, the fact you brought that. That is one of my biggest.
That's all I do.
That is one of my biggest. Like, you were gonna get your ass beat now.
Fight me. It's all I do. Like, whoa, everybody, let's chill out. Let's not do anything we can't take back. But I'm like really cocking back while I'm saying it.
You're like swinging back like a 40s
let's
cartoon.
Not do anything we can't take back. And I punch myself, knock myself out. Can't beat my ass if I beat my ass.
Sounds like a bell.
I watched Hey Arnold when I was a kid. Don't hit me. I'll hit me. And I knock myself out.
Knock yourself out and knock your own goddamn teeth out.
You make Barry come pick me up. It's one of the biggest traumas of his life.
He's still in his very small little league outfit.
It's peeling away.
Giant cup, tiny little league outfit.
You gotta have a big cup.
Big cup.
He's got a big cock.
Big cup from a big boy and his big cock. There ain't no way I'm gonna let my son.
That's definitely something I scream on the sidelines. It's like, oh, sorry, my son with the huge cock is winning so good at the game. I don't understand.
Meanwhile, he's running out
the wrong way.
The wrong way, dragging kids that are hanging onto his ankles.
Yeah. Like, see, they can't take him down. He's a fucking unstoppable force. Unlike
all
the men in the audience that are weak bitches.
He's an unstoppable fuck machine, just like his old. He's an unstoppable fuck machine, just like his old man. Unlike all you fucking pussies out here.
You guys probably can't even get
low TS beta males. Come on,
I made that kid in Australia. I don't even remember.
I made that kid with
his
mom.
He's only a little younger than me.
I roasted his mom like a rotisserie chicken when I made that kid.
And I point to you, and you're just sunglasses on, looking away.
Very fat and ugly looking. Just, oh my
I'm like,
God.
yeah, I remember she was wearing the edible panties that night.
Yeah, I remember I had the shirt on.
I think it's what made him so tough and strong was that I came in a bunch of edible underwear.
I had the shirt on, and the shirt said, if you can read this, the bitch hasn't fallen off.
Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about.
You know, this shirt I'm wearing right now underneath my brown crumply suit. You fucking horrible fucks. You're all bad dads.
I hope the ref dies tonight.
I hope the ref dies, and I hope you all die when you're right about to make love to your wife because you've all eaten horny goat weed from the gas station and your heart explodes.
About horny goat weed on the way here. What makes it? Is it
the horny? Is it the weed horny?
Is the goat smoking the weed horny?
Yeah, is the goat horny and smoking weed?
Can we get our hands on some horny goat weed? Did we take it for the last episode?
I heard from somebody recently that they took a horny goat weed and it was like a very bad time.
How so? Too horny?
No, like they
were interested in eating hay?
No, they felt like they were on cocaine for like a week and they had a really bad headache.
Yeah, so what is the problem? I've heard all the boner pills give you a bad headache.
Yeah, because I think because it does something to your blood pressure.
Yeah, it sends it through the roof. I'm going to take some and go to the doctor.
Best idea of your life. Because then they'll take you seriously.
Because I'm horny?
No, because they're going to be like, there's something wrong with this guy. Look at his blood pressure.
Thank you.
And
they can't even fit the thing on because I'm so horny.
His tiny cock is so hard and throbbing.
Thank you.
It's the hardest we've ever seen this cock in here.
All I heard was hard and throbbing.
Man, we thought this guy was hard when he came in to get his ass lanced, but it turns out
I was.
No, not this hard.
Like leaning up on,
this is like that. This is like that hard where like it hurts you.
Well, I get hard when I get my ass cut open because I have to lay face down, and I think if I'm hard, it'll push my butt up and make it more open to them.
And so you get hard and you do a little thrust action, and they're like,
no thrusting. They seriously are like, don't move, and I'm like. We'll see what happens.
All right.
I don't think of anything big horny.
I'll try to lay here, but I mean, if you're going to be doing all that, I mean, I can't guarantee.
I hope I don't sweat through a pillow.
Oh, I hope my legs just don't fucking shake when you're done.
Yeah, I can't walk straight after this. Yeah, I can't stop coming. Knotted in my shorts, folks. We have a submission, too, believe it or not. A regular old-fashioned submission, which you can do and you should do.
Well, can we get some pictures of this berry?
I showed it to you, but you're too caught up on fucking your son.
I can't see through your thighs.
I have so many text messages. I'm scared something bad has happened. Can you see it?
You keep doing that, and it's like your
work?
thigh. There we go.
You see it?
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, that's the rum. No, that's the hair in a jar. It's like whoa.
Hair in a jar. It's my favorite Thin Lizzy song.
Hair in a jar.
I like how we sang different parts. Yeah, we have a regular old-fashioned submission at the website. Folks, we've said it. If you're going to submit, this is the time to do it.
Any submissions after the show is done will not be given a fuck about. Like, there's no
we will figure out who you are, and we'll come to your
house and
residence.
beat the fuck out of you.
And when you open the door, we will answer the question in all seriousness because there's no more joking between us after the podcast ends. And then we will beat the shit out of you.
You will come to the door, and we will just shoot you. Like, that's all there is to it.
Allegedly. But yeah, get your submissions in. There's two episodes left now. There's two, so get them in. We want ones for the final episode. Tell us how you found us. Tell us what you like about us. Tell us which one's handsome, which one's smart. Between us, there's obviously
which one you're
choice.
secretly been in love with all this time.
Yeah. How you would pleasure our penises if you had the opportunity. Your favorite moments. Give us a eulogy. We really want to go out on the last episode.
Which typically means you guys won't deliver, but please, for the love of God.
So here's a submission. It comes from Handjob, and the email is porn@jerkoff.com. You want any guesses on where this is going to go?
Oh, I have some theories, but I'd like to see if I'm right.
It's about Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Thank God, it is Sunday.
Thank God, indeed. You can only jerk off one more time.
Whoa.
What do you crank it to?
I was going to say I kill myself because...
Do you have a specific video, or would you go random? Let's just start there. There's another question similar. So you've got one more jerk off. What are you beating off to? I feel like I would have to go with something I've seen before.
I was gonna say I hate to say it, but a video did come to mind. Like I was like, what?
It's good.
I was
can
like,
you describe
what?
It to us?
Yes, I can. Because I was like, what? Because I'm thinking.
You don't want to go random because you know how many times you've jerked off and you're like the videos look great,
but then like you start
they're all.
I had that yesterday. I went to go jerk off to one and like it looked really good from the thumbnails, but then I'm like skimming through and I'm like, this is
how they get you.
This sucks.
That happens to me constantly.
The one that I think I would specifically jerk off to, there is a very specific actress that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm. Is she ever a maid?
Maybe.
Okay.
It's not the video I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
But I've talked about her on the show before.
Uh-huh.
She's just sucking a dick in this video.
Classic.
But
real run of the mill.
But This is not just a regular ass blowjob. This is a no hands, very sloppy.
It's not a regular
exaggerated
ass
sound.
blowjob.
Exaggerated sounds like and just looking into the camera the whole time. Just sloppy, no hands head. Just her face, the way she looks while she's doing, just everything about it. It's just one of those videos. It's one of those videos I have saved in all my numerous tabs that I have, and then I'll be like going through routinely and close it because I'm trying to do that at least like once every like week or two now. Is close out all the unnecessary tabs. And I'm going through and I see the title of it, and the term superhead is in the title. I'll say that, and
but not the superhead.
Not the superhead, but the phrase superhead is in the video, and I'll see it, and then
stupid slut gives superhead.
You know how you can see like a little bit of the pages she's going through? I just see like the top of her head and her eyes like looking at me, and like I'm not kidding. Every now and again, I'm like, well, let's just go ahead and do this right now. I guess we're here.
Back down the old
I can't say
trail. I
can't say no. I have already nutted in my shorts, and now I need to nut in my hand.
I mean,
yeah, that is just that's the video I would go with, I think, just because it's like that's one where like I go back to it, not enough to where it's like a problem, but enough to where it's like old reliable, you know?
Yeah, I have a couple that I think of. I don't have anything specific. I also have an exaggerated blowjob one that's at the top of my mind. There's two women though.
It's just the gif of the champagne over and over again.
Yeah, I got rid of that. I'm over it.
I know, it makes me sad. That was a fun time. Helicopter is fine.
Jesus Christ.
Happens all the time.
I hate noises I can't immediately identify.
It's because the hospital's right there. They're just flying all the war victims over there. You know, they set up that temporary war hospital right over here.
Helicopters are scary.
Hearing gunshots on the way over here. Helicopters. There's some shit.
No, I heard gunshots outside when I got out of my car. Someone shot at me.
Yeah,
I didn't take it serious. I was like, some
how
people
close?
are trying
Did it
to
sound
kill
close?
Me. It sounded like a bit away.
I was gonna say because there's been some characters in the neighborhood recently.
Whoa, folks, come shoot Slim in his sleep. Yeah, I've got a couple that I think
a lot of cars I don't recognize well. I'm here all day looking out the window drinking my coffee.
Yeah, you've become that guy.
I have become that guy.
We are keeping an eye out. We are our own neighborhood watches.
Nothing. Nobody's getting away with anything on my watch. I can tell you exactly who's walking by with the dogs every day. I can tell you all the names I've come up in my head with for the dogs. I can tell you all the backstories I've made for these people in my head that I see every day. That's funny to me.
And there better be no one else. Yeah, I have several videos that are popping in my head. I don't know how I would choose the one. I think I'd like to just load up maybe 5 of them and see what really does it.
Just kind of switch back and forth between them.
Yeah, I don't have like a for sure one, but I would definitely, it would be something I've watched because I would fear my last jerk off of my life is a subpar
or do you go
video.
Do you go really self-deprecating and do you
watch myself in the mirror?
Jerk off to a sex tape that you've shot?
I don't have any.
I have one.
I lost one, and
I'm
pretty sure someone took it.
I have one that is decent. It's just like, it's probably just like a 30-second clip of something that I have on like an old drive somewhere, you know? But like, it's enough to where it's like, I kept it because my dick looks good in it. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I kept this bit specifically because this is the bit where my dick looks good.
I don't know if I've ever told this story. Mine was when I was 16. I had a video camera with the little tapes. I shot 2 different ones. One is just your classic like side shot, and I'm on top some regular missionary with some legs up, and it's one of those things you start telling them, you're like, this is gonna be everything I could say, but here it is.
Let's get it, baby.
I pulled out to ejaculate on the woman's chest.
Hell yes.
And it looked crazy, like just like a big banana, just like wow. And we even like, I watched it pretty shortly after, and then she eventually was like, I want to see it, and then I showed it to her, and she was like, Jesus Christ, your dick looks big. And that's the only time anyone's ever said that to me. And then
it's gotta feel nice. We
shot again. I went with the real bad angle kind of from the back and that butt, you know, going in.
Yeah.
So that wasn't great. But then I eventually came across, I don't know how to say this without making a weird setup. I gained access to one of those like VHS to DVD writers. Someone I knew had one. So I was like, finally, because those tapes, like if you keep rewinding them, they blow out, and you have to watch it on your thing, or you have to put that little tape in the VHS tape. And this was when VHSs were obsolete. and you're like, I can't keep watching myself fuck in these obsolete mediums.
And you're watching yourself fuck so much.
Yeah. I was 16 and I was like, my dick looks big. My body looked like probably peak.
Probably the best
me,
it's ever
you know
been,
what I mean?
yeah.
And so I was able to put it on a DVD, and I used like one of those like real shitty looking stupid DVDs with like a design on it, and I never labeled it, and I kept it in the closet in this room when I lived with this same girl. And then when we broke up and I moved out, I like didn't think about it because I like put it in a place where you'd have to like feel it, you know what I mean? And then I think I was coming back to get like some more stuff and tell her how shitty her life was going to be now without me in it.
Of course.
And I went to feel for it and it was gone. And I like didn't want to bring it up because it felt like a weird thing to talk about in that setting. And then eventually she like called me in that traditional fashion of like trying to get back with me because she realized her life was shit without me.
Naturally.
And she was like, I found all these old burned CDs and stuff. And then it was in my head. I was like, I wonder if any of them, I'm not going to go pick up burned CDs. That's weird. I was like, I wonder if any of them could be that weird sex tape. And then she was like, also, did you keep that thing we made? And I was like, describe it to me.
Describe how my dick looks like a banana.
And then I was like, yeah, I didn't think about it. And I told her where it used to be. And she was like, I knew it was there and it's not there anymore. But she had started dating this guy. And she was like, I'm pretty sure he like found it and keeps it and maybe watches it. And I was like, that's as weird as this could get.
Especially considering you were 16.
Yeah, that makes everything, like, in my eyes, I don't think about it because it was me at 16.
Right,
If I had it now, I probably would start to feel weird about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, for
you
anyone
watch
else.
it once a week for inspiration.
Yeah, I'm like, I really should get back into shape. And then I
the
drank
DVD is starting to burn out here. You're like, I need a DVD to Blu-ray converter.
Yeah, I need to put this.
I'm tired of putting this DVD into the Blu-ray and putting the Blu-ray into the Blu-ray player and putting the I'm tired of putting this DVD into the Blu-ray case and putting the Blu-ray into the streaming player.
I'm gonna have to put it on Google Drive.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put it in the cloud where it'll live forever.
But yeah, so I guess that man, like, but that seems weird. Like, I feel like if I found
That's
a sex tape of
crazy.
my current partner,
If
I
I
would
was
be
with someone,
furious,
well, you
and I'd make
especially,
her feel bad.
and
What? If you were with me and you found a sex tape I made with someone else.
Oh, if I was with you and I found a sex tape you made with someone else, I would kill you.
Yeah, see? At the top, I said you'd kill me, and we're circling back around.
No,
They're going to be like,
I-
yeah, that's exactly what would happen. Just to interject. If I go missing, they're going to be like, yeah, I think it was some gay shit. They're gay, and he killed them because they were gay.
There's just
Case
shots of me in the house with the blinds open, but like I haven't closed them because it's like I'm doing the dishes, but the sun's starting to set. You can just see in here from the street. Me shirtless dancing to It's Raining Men doing the dishes, and everybody's like, look at this gay shit going on in
This
here.
guy is so gay. I bet he killed his gay lover.
Wow, I bet he killed his gay lover because they were so gay together.
They did a podcast, and there's no evidence to back it up, but we think the podcast was just the cover for them to fuck in each other's butts right after.
Yeah, because
You don't have to say in each other's butts. Well, you could be putting your
they gotta
dicks
say
in
it
each
in
other's
such a
mouths.
Christian Bale-esque Batman-like tone.
Yeah, they're
We didn't have to
detectives.
be fucking putting it in
Have
each
you ever
other's
talked
mouths
to-
every fucking
Yeah,
morning
it's a
for
detective
breakfast.
that's like, I think they were having gay sex with each other.
Well, I mean, he can't just talk to me in a normal voice. He's got to be like, yeah, you don't have to be putting your dick in your boyfriend's mouth for breakfast every morning.
Yeah, it's a gross little detective that's seen some shit.
Puts his cigarette
And he
out on
says
his
this-
tongue, and he's like, God damn it, I'm
and
tired of
he's-
these fucking cases.
Yeah, he said this is the worst thing he's ever seen in his 23 years
Yeah.
as a detective.
He's like, I'm 4 days away from retirement. God damn it, and you
Yeah.
kids brought this onto my plate.
You gays and your gay love that
You
you
gays
made
and your
just
gay breakfast
kissing
where
the-
you suck
kiss-
each other off. It's like, why do you keep circling around to the gay breakfast?
You guys love breakfast.
Having a
and you
bunch
love
of
sucking.
bacon and eggs, and then what the fuck are you doing with those peppers? Doing a bunch of weird shit with the peppers and the onions.
I bet
I know
someone
what
put their
you're
dick in
fucking
their
doing.
gravy and was like, oops, I need someone else to call me.
Avocado
Claim
toast.
this.
I ain't never even heard of that until you gays moved into the neighborhood.
He also lives right next door. to me.
Right next door. And you were having big gay parties all the time that he cannot stand.
What were we talking about?
I have no idea.
There was something. Oh, a porno.
Oh yeah, the homemade porno. Okay, if I was with a girl,
Doubt it, but yes.
I know, doubt it.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, if anybody could put up with me, and we lived together, and I know it's almost a joke, and I'm so sad. And I was like, cleaning, I guess. I don't know where I would this word
Dusting.
again. Dusting.
In a scampy made outfit.
In a scampy made outfit with my butt cheeks out because I've just finished having
Home alone.
I finished having my gay breakfast and now I'm in my
a
maid
woman
outfit.
lives with you and loves
Woman
you,
lives
but I
with
come
me.
over
She
for
goes to
breakfast.
work. You come out of the hallway closet where I keep you all night. We blow each other for gay breakfast. Detective sees it through the window. Only catches the end where you're wiping your mouth off and running back into the closet.
Comical amount of cum
Comically
splatters off
wiping
of
cum
my
onto the floor.
hands.
Just whap. And whap, talk about the noise the cum makes when it hits the floor. Talk about mac and cheese in the pot. And
I won't.
we shan't. And
We only do breakfast stuff.
we only do breakfast food around here, and mac and cheese
Like
is
she's like a
yet to-
lunch snack.
Imagine a breakfast mac and cheese. What does that even have? Do you stir like the eggs and bacon into it?
Yeah, it's
that
for
doesn't feel.
sure
I feel like
eggs.
topped with eggs, maybe. Mac and cheese topped with a fried egg. You know,
No.
you know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm saying take a
No.
spoonful of scrambled eggs and evenly distribute it across the. What are you gonna do? Just take a big spoonful and slap it on top of the mac and
I
cheese?
think it should be mixed in. If
Oh.
anything, and I don't even like it.
I don't like
hash browns.
Mixed in?
I don't know, man. You really threw me a
Be-
curveball.
bed of hash browns.
We prepare everything we talk about on the show,
Okay,
even though it doesn't
breakfast-
seem like it. And you just threw a
Breakfast
fucking-
mac and cheese, hash brown base. Like, you know how you take the hash browns and you make them crispy? Brown on both sides, but then they're like raw and mushy in the middle. And they're
Yes,
always
and
disgusting.
yes, we both don't know how to
Fucking
make
hate hash browns like that.
I know,
I cannot
yes.
stand hash browns
I know
like
you've
that.
yelled at me while sucking my dick before. Like, I'm not even going to enjoy it today.
I'm not even
going to
like these hash browns.
I'm like, I don't know why you had to say that.
I'm hurting the muscles in my jaw and the base of my neck for these shitty hash browns.
Like, we could have waited and had this conversation
Cool,
later.
cool, cool. You could have.
It's not what you say; it's how you say it. And you're just deep throating me.
And I'm like, your hash browns fucking suck. You don't even salt and pepper them.
I don't. Yeah,
I
because
think
you
everybody
have too much
can-
sodium and a weak heart.
Because I think
I can
everybody
barely
should be
take
able
this
to.
fat dick.
I think everybody should be able to add their own seasonings to their food because
Yeah,
then people can
it's your
decide what they
decision.
appropriately
Yeah.
want.
I put butter in it.
Anyway, hash brown base on the bottom, mac and cheese, and then you're saying no to a fried egg on top?
I just feel like the yolk and the cheese is gonna.
That'll mix together. Because I mean, like, haven't you ever had like homemade mac and cheese where you like put eggs in it and then bake it?
No.
Don't look so
Fuck am I
confused and offended. Like,
If there's a cheap, easy way to make a thing, I'm not gonna stress.
well, I'm saying like there's homemade mac and cheese where you like put eggs
Not in
in
my
it and
family.
then bake. Okay,
Nope.
fine.
We don't use eggs.
Eggs don't exist in your family.
No.
Go to your
Not
house and
chicken
no
eggs.
eggs. Just duck eggs, ostrich eggs in the
Goose
fridge.
eggs. Oh, I wish I had an ostrich egg.
Just a big fat ostrich egg.
Yeah, like that Teddy Perkins episode.
You and me have a nice big old ostrich egg.
Wash your hands immediately. Let's see what the second part of this bitch is. That's something else. Didn't
I'll see
even
if I,
open
but
that.
if I was to find a sex tape that my ex lover did, I would first of all be like, "Hey, I don't know
Hey,
how."
I want you back.
well,
I'm
I would
reminded
like.
of how you fuck.
Well, if I was with someone and I found them doing a sex tape with somebody else, that would be how do you bring that up? First of all, hey, I was cleaning in
doing
my
some
skimpy
cleaning.
French maid outfit and I found this.
You can leave that out.
I found this and decided to pop it in, and it was you having
mean-
sex when you were a teenager.
I've done that with things I've found, like a burn.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But like, that's still just
do that all
a
the time.
crazy conversation.
You
to
know
have
what's
with
fucking
someone.
crazy? Did I ever tell you how one time I like came home and I got the mail and there was just a blank burned DVD in the mailbox, and it is no shit one of the
scariest
things
things.
that's ever happened.
Yeah.
You know what runs through your head when someone
Oh,
mails you a blank
kidnapping,
DVD?
execution.
I assumed it was like something I had done in my life, and
And somebody
filmed
has-
it, and
oh
you're
my
just thinking
God.
of every bad thing you've ever done, which sucks because you're like, there's so many I don't even have enough time.
I know. I've gotten so drunk and blacked out. God knows how many shitty things I've done.
And then the whole day I'm just like, what is it? And like I put it in the DVD player and it wouldn't work, and I was like, it's a computer thing. And then like my computer doesn't have a fucking disk drive, so I'm just like, what is it?
Doesn't
And-
have a pot to piss in.
Yeah, my computer doesn't have a pot to piss in. And then it was my girl was like, oh, my friend, it's some application for this weird device she has. It's hard to explain.
Couldn't even write it on the disc.
No, they were like, it's just because there's not going to be other blank discs. It'll obviously be, but you're like, my brain went everywhere else,
Right,
before,
yeah.
and it didn't stop. But it would be hard to bring up a sex tape of your partner and being like, I found this, and
I just
everything's broken.
I
You're
found
like,
this and I nutted in my shorts.
Yeah, and then I became irrationally angry,
And
I've
then
broken a lot.
I
of
nutted
things.
in my shorts, and now I'm very red in the face, and I want everyone in the world to die.
Yeah, I nutted in my shorts, which made it all worse because I was very aroused, and were some things you were doing
That you don't do with me.
Yeah, I think that's everyone's fear.
That's the nightmare that they're having a way better time than they do with you.
In the video, she's like, "This is the best sex I could ever have. No one could ever come close to this sex. Your cock is so satisfying."
Saying all
That's
the
just the
saying
sentence
all
where-
the shit that you want to hear. That
and
like,
you've never heard.
oh, she's doing all the
Been together
shit that you want to
forever.
do,
She's
and like,
yeah, she's taking it in the butt. She's spitting on it.
she's fucking just giving like the craziest looking blowjob you've
Yeah.
ever seen. It's like, you don't forget how to do that. You choose not to do that.
Yeah. She's like, "Well, I'm more mature now."
Well, you know,
if I was turning my wild face, I did that to every guy.
I've just kind of
across
grown out of
the-
it. I just used to go out and try to find the biggest dick I could and just do that to
Yeah.
it every night.
3 or 4.
Oh, you only found the
night
one
just to-
DVD? I mean, like, I had a whole... Oh, that must have fallen out of the collection. Yeah, it's just presses a button on the wall and it's just fucking just bookshelves full of fucking
There's photographs.
dated names. It's the
there's
guy's face on the
VHSs.
front.
There's a Betamax. You're like, "How old are you?" She's like, "Older than I told you."
Older than I told you. I'm a fucking
I
lying
really went
bitch.
through all of my hoe phases, and I'm pretty settled down and not really interested in having much sex anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I found you and you're just, you're such a perfectly nice guy. I don't feel like I have to have, I felt like I had to
Because you
have
don't
sex
treat
with
me
all,
like shit.
I had to have sex with all those guys. It felt like, or they weren't going to love
They
me.
made
you,
me better for
you,
you.
I
I'm the
had
perfect
you. I
one.
feel like we can just have sex like when we want to. You know?
You've got to deep throat a bunch of frogs to find a prince.
Yeah, you really just got to take 5 dicks at the same. You really got to get pterodactyl to find a prince. Pterodactyl starts with a silent P. So when you see that sentence written down, it makes a lot more sense.
All right. Secondly, here,
I want to beat my own ass for saying that.
I was trying to get away from it. Alternatively, you can only jerk off to one porn category forever. What do you choose and why?
MILFs, just because.
Big if true.
Personal reasons.
MILFs
That's
because
why.
I respect them.
MILFs because I like to be cradled at the end of the day.
I like to be cradled
What's
by
the
my-
genre where that big redheaded girl is much bigger than the other girl she holds up against the wall?
Oh, tiny. It's called tiny.
Whatever. It's always tiny when it's big. I hate this thing. It's gonna be one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like a general one. I think Babe.
Babe is
'Cause
fine.
you don't wanna- you
Babe
don't-
is so broad.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You want
Broads is not Babe at all.
Yeah, I'm always so confused. Like, click on broads, they're not babes. I click on babes, they're not broads.
Broads.
These are men.
They're not broad
Nutted in
enough.
my shorts, and I'm different.
I'm nutted in my shorts. I accidentally clicked on the tranny section and I saw some things I
Say
kind of didn't
that.
read.
Yeah. Porn titles are a little outdated and not PC because they're saying some very
Yeah, they're
offensive
saying some things that are not.
But yeah, you want something broad. You don't want to pigeonhole yourself with like blowjob or something. Then you're never.
Yeah,
because
if you're pigeonholed, you're
you
never
don't want
gonna
to
see.
pigeonhole yourself with anal because you're gonna get into that deep anal.
Yeah.
And that's
You don't want to
crazy.
pigeonhole yourself with just regular pussy play, because I mean, like, eventually that's
Never just regular pussy play.
never
No, not
never
me.
pigeonhole yourself
No.
with regular pussy.
I'd like a more broad term than regularpussyplay.com /join.
www.regularpussyplay.com. Check it out. New domain
Lifelong
name.
membership.
New domain name for the Dapper Dad.
Oh, fuck, that's going to cost us way more money than we make. Yeah, I'd probably go with Babe. Because it's fun. It's always funny to me, too, that there's a section for Babe. Like, you don't want beautiful women.
Right, like you want an ugly girl.
Yeah, I want an ugly
Name one category you want for the rest of your life. Ugly and hairy.
crackhead. There's
Yeah,
always a
oh.
lot of crackhead.
Crackhead videos hurt.
I seen a video where a man's jerking off in a car outside of a park. And a woman just
Saw a video.
lived a lifelong moment.
Saw a
Regular
video.
pussy play.
Your
I
memory
was
through
enjoying
your
some regular
eyeballs.
pussy
Your
play
brain
outside
doesn't
the bar.
shoot movies, you idiot.
You know my memory's like
Steel
Steel Trap.
Trap. An elephant never forgets when he's shooting a movie when he's jacking off in the park.
But he's jacking off in his car, and this girl walks by and double takes and then leans in and starts jerking him off. And then occasionally she leans in and blows him a little bit. I don't remember why I'm saying this, but it was a top-notch video. You know what you
Okay.
mean? Where if
Yeah.
someone, like, you're probably like, that doesn't sound like that great of a video.
Well, when you're describing it, yeah, it sounds awful.
Yeah,
Like,
but it did something to me. I watched it twice.
huh.
Just watched it. Didn't jerk off. I
was saying,
nutted in
did
my
you nut in your
shorts,
shorts?
so I didn't need to.
As long as you nutted in your shorts, that's what's important.
You know what they say, a nut in your shorts a day keeps the doctor
You know what
away.
they say, an apple a day keeps the nut in your shorts away.
Oh. All right, and then finally, this isn't a question, just something they said. I would talk about how much I'm going to miss the podcast, but I like to try and pretend it's not happening because when I think about it, I cry myself to sleep and want to die.
Oh.
And that's the end of the submission. And that is the way to go about it, folks. We've said it time and time again. The podcast is ending. Moments away at this point.
Ending. It's
very
very real.
close. There's only 2 more episodes after this one. You are taking it for granted. I say that broadly because I know it's true. You should all be crying yourself to sleep and wanting to die. Not actually dying. I've been told by our legal department to stop advocating.
Yes, death.
Genocide.
We can advocate nutting in your shorts, but not not the death.
Yeah, nut in your shorts, cry yourself to sleep, want to die, but don't die. There's something to live for. It's just not this anymore because we're leaving. So give us more submissions so we can tell you
we can tell people things about how we love you.
But we don't.